Grab our free SVG to make this You Are One in a Melon gift bag. Hello, I am Katie from the craftyblogStalker.com, and if you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. These are the supplies that I'm going to be using, as well as an SVG that I designed specifically for this project. And don't worry, I do have a supply list with links in the description of this video and in the blog post. I'm going to start in Cricut Design Space. I'm going to open a new canvas. I am using Cricut Design Space on my iPad. If you are using Cricut Design Space on a computer, then the program does look a little bit different. All of the functions are the same, the icons just may be in different places. I'm gonna click on upload. I have already uploaded that free SVG, so I'm just gonna open my uploaded images, and there is my You Are One in a Melon. So I'm gonna add to canvas and then view. There is our cute little design. If I open up my layers panel, I can see all of the different cut pieces to my design. I'm gonna need 4 colors. I'm doing pink, green, black, and instead of that purple, I'm gonna do a blue because I don't have a purple. I'm gonna click on that layer over here in my layers panel. Then I'm going to click on edit, and we're just going to change that color to blue, just so I can get a better idea of what it's going to look like. I also want to resize this design, and when resizing, I want to make sure that all of my layers are highlighted over here in my layers panel, and then I can change my width to 6. And that'll make sure that all of the pieces are sized together. I'm going to click on Make It. This next screen is our mat preview, so we can see each of our mats, and we can even see the size of vinyl that we need to have available to cut. If you wanted to beforehand, like on this black mat, I could cut my square to 3 by 4 just to cut that little section. So I don't have to put that whole sheet on my mat if I don't want to. So I'm going to click on Next. And here is where we can select our material, and we are using premium glossy vinyl. I'm going to remember material settings so I don't have to come back to this screen between every single mat, and we are ready to go to our Cricut. I'm going to remove the protective sheet from my mat, and the first color we are cutting is green. So I'm going to line this up along the top left-hand corner, and I always do the corner so then I can move that piece as I need to line it up on my mat. Bring in my Cricut and load my mat. And now that this light is blinking, I can hit start and it will begin the cut. Unload my mat. When removing my vinyl from my mat, I want to turn it over and remove my mat from the vinyl. My next color is blue, so same thing. I'm going to put that on my mat, line it up in the corner, and press it down. I'm going to repeat these steps for all 4 of my different layers of vinyl. I'm done cutting. I'm going to put my protective sheet back onto my mat, and I always line it up with that little hole at the top. All of the layers are cut, so I'm just going to weed them now with my weeding tool. All of my pieces are weeded. I'm going to cut off a rectangle of transfer tape large enough to cover the entire design. When layering, I want to start with the top piece and move down. We're going to go black, blue, pink, green. I'm going to start with my black piece, and I've got my transfer tape. I'm just going to put that right on top. Then go over it with my scraper tool. I'm going to scrape the back, and then I can remove that backing sheet from our first layer. This is where our parchment paper comes into place. I'm now going to put my parchment paper on the back of that black piece. Our next layer is blue. The parchment paper lets us move the design around before we stick it to this next layer of vinyl. We can center those black eyeglasses over the blue frame of the sunglasses. I'm going to find that perfect placement where it's all centered. I'm going to press down the top of this transfer tape. That'll secure it. Lift and remove the parchment paper. Then I can lay it back down, and it will be perfectly centered right where we want it. I'm going to scrape it down, scrape the back, remove that layer of backing paper. Then we're going to do the same. Here's my parchment paper. I'm going to put that on the back of my design. With my pink layer, since it is so much smaller than this top layer, It can easily move. I'm just going to secure it in place just with a little piece of tape so it won't move when I pull out my parchment paper. Find that placement, secure it down at the top, lift my design, remove my parchment paper, got my scraper, and we're just going to scrape that on, and then remove that backing paper. Take my parchment paper and put that on the back, and then we're going to do the same with this green piece. We're going to tape it in place. Then we can layer, secure the top of my design down, peel that up, remove it, and then we're going to lay it down and scrape it into place. Turn it over and scrape it. I can remove that backing paper and that piece of tape that was holding it down. There is our cute little "You Are One in a Melon" design. One of our seeds got a little bit off, but I think I can fix that once I put it on my bag. Here is my clear plastic gift bag that we're going to be putting our design onto. Still got the parchment paper underneath it. I'm going to place it right on that bag and try and center it as best I can. Secure that top again. Remove the parchment paper and scrape down. Remove that transfer tape, and there is my finished "You Are One in a Melon" gift bag. Isn't that so stinking cute? I also went to my local dollar store and I bought basically every watermelon flavor thing I could find to put in this treat bag. Let's put it all inside our bag. I'm gonna open it up, and then I'm also gonna use some tissue paper just so you can still really see that design since the bag is clear. Put that in there. We've got our energy drink, we'll put that in there. Watermelon dots, watermelon gummies, Pop Rocks, Sour Patch watermelon candies, watermelon ring pop, some gum, watermelon zots. I can even still snap that top if I want. There is our cute little gift bag. Isn't that so fun? There are a lot of different ways you could use this free SVG. Think t-shirts, tote bags, hats, home decor. Really, the sky's the limit. So make sure to visit my website to grab this free SVG. Thanks everyone. Bye and happy crafting.